say if they say
I hope
to
it's
you?
not you. I'm just saying. Although you're very cute. Thank you.
What would you say if they say they want to schedule after the holidays?
Oh, okay. Now, this is a weird one. Would you agree this is pretty hard to get around? And what do you say? It's a big deal to sit around with your family and drink wine. No, so I mean, it's hard. Listen, be honest. How many of you, if you owned a house and you had kids, would want to have somebody come talk to you about windows during the holidays? Now, this is really funny. About December 26th, we're Jesused out. You know, I mean, for those of you who are Christians, and some of you celebrate something else, but you've had it. You bought all this crap, you opened all the stuff, you didn't like half the crap they gave you anyway, you've gained 16 pounds, you're lying on the floor, you're in glucose arrest, you're ready for something else. You got 3-4 days off, and you're thinking, what the hell am I going to do with my life? And so you're by then, probably even the second week, the first week or so, people don't want you around. And by the way, Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock, my office closes for 2 weeks. All 3 of the women that work with me are married with kids, and they don't want to be in my office. And by the way, part of how I win their family over to keeping the mom out of the house is by when they're all home, she's there. That's where she wants to be anyway. So they don't want to come in and they don't want me. They don't want to make money. Now I've hired women that don't need money that bad. They're older, and the youngest one is probably 40 out of the 3. So their husbands have good jobs. This isn't money that's going to, they don't have to have this money to be able to eat with. Right? What's my point? The last thing in the world they want to do is work. Why would they want to spend money? Make sense? So, that's a long answer. I use that as my opener during the holidays. If I'm calling within a week or 2 of Christmas, I take that away from them by using it. So I would say, hey, purpose of my call, we know it's Christmas week. We know it's 2 weeks for Christmas. So the last thing you're probably thinking of right now is replacing your windows. So now what did you just tell me? Yes, I know what you're about to tell me. You're about to tell me it's Christmas and you don't want to do this. So I just told you. I called because it's Christmas week. I know the last thing you're doing right now. That's exactly the reason. Because we have this, you might actually be able to get your windows free if it snows on Christmas Eve and you only got a week to know about it. Here's how it works.
That's over, actually.
Okay, well, whatever it is, though, this could be the best Christmas present you gave your family. Because if you want to do it after Christmas, it's going to cost you more if you do it before. You don't have to give us, so there's no money that has to be transacted anyway. It's just a few minutes of your time. And the person we're sending over, actually, we have ornament specialists that come to your house this week. They good at hanging ornaments and string. No, don't tell them that. That's too funny. But the fact is, my point is that it's a legitimate thing that people who have families, our typical customers aren't you. Our typical customers are multiple people living in a home. Our typical customer are married with kids, and they're doing stuff. I got kids that are coming home for the holidays. You're not going to get me, you're not going to get into our heads because our heads are in a tough place. So what do you got to do? You got to get me out of that right away. Acknowledge it and say, nah, you can't use it now. It works, believe me. Is it crazy? Guys, everything we do is crazy. I mean, if you think about it for a minute, you got freaking guys walking the streets, knocking on doors, people answering the door, had no idea they were going to do this, and the next day they spend $45,000 on windows. How nuts is that? You're calling someone that talked to us 3 years ago, and you get them back on the phone, we set the appointment for tomorrow, and they buy the windows. What the hell? How does that work? So the answer is nothing makes sense. That's why you have to approach every person as if they're going to say yes to you. You have to sound like it in your voice. So you can't make decisions about what they think. The hell, I spent a ton of money just by what day did I come here? Monday.
Monday night.
Flew here Monday night. I spent a ton of money Monday with somebody in my office. Bought all kinds of crap Monday. Now, in my case, I want the work done during Christmas when my staff's out of the office because I don't want it to interfere with the work. I had a business, but the fact is there's always somebody willing to talk to you. Do we have any mishpucha here? Any mishpucha? I'm just asking, are there any Jewish people here? But you don't know what mishpucha means?
I've never heard that.
What the hell? What did you do? Did you miss, did you miss Hebrew school? Didn't you go
I knew it was Hebrew, but I was like, this guy Devin about calling me out.
Well, but you know, the fact is, there's always Jewish people sitting around on Christmas Eve. Look, there's always somebody out there willing to buy. You know, it's not Christmas for everybody, and some people. But my point is, it's how you act in this, more than just the words. You know, so it can't sound but the words will work there. I'm sorry, that's another long answer, but you would have to get permission to use that as an opener. But with most businesses, traditionally that's what we do. If there's a big holiday or a big week, we say, the reason I'm calling is because it's Christmas. We know you're not thinking about it. Windows, that's exactly why we called. Because
Yes, you have permission.
we have a special promotion on that's only like this week or only this month. And I at least want you to know it because I know we haven't talked to you for 2 years. We haven't talked to you for 6 months. I haven't talked to you for a year. So at least let me tell you what this one is before we hang out. All right, next question.